All right, chat. I saw another Daisy Ridley video got uploaded, so we're gonna check it out. The recent one that I posted has been doing very well. It's at over 500 views already on the second channel, which is weird because the second channel has 12 subscribers. Chat.
Let's up those numbers! Fuck!
The Hollywood woke outlets all declaring that Daisy Ridley and Ray coming to a movie, don't be afraid. And yet everything else is pointing in a different way. Today we'll tell you how badly Lucasfilm and Disney are treating poor Daisy. She has no idea what's going on. And we're all wondering, who's driving Miss Daisy and why are they so lazy as to...
Bro, why is bro rhyming? He's rhyming at the intro of the video, bro. This is crazy.
Daisy,
this is crazy. They're all so lazy and they're all so mean to poor Miss Daisy.
This, left in a lurch, no idea what to do. That's poor Miss Ridley in the wake of KK leaving.
Why so blue-ray?
It is a beautiful day. It is an honor to have you come our way. Welcome back yet.
Wait, this guy's actually a goated channel. I'm gonna subscribe because this is peak, like, corny ass comedy.
Again, fam and friends, to another video of excellence as we dive in. Consider clicking the like button, drop a comment down below. And folks, if you'd like even more spicy takes such as this, check out the Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/WDWPro, where we'll go places we can't here on YouTube.
Like what places? Like what places, good sir?
You know, it's hard to be Daisy Ridley. Really it is. And work with Lucasfilm. Because she's not working with Lucasfilm. Because she has no idea what they're up to. Star Wars Newsnet is trying to provide some cover for this, but it's not working out well. The headline will not match what we read. I just want you to understand that. And as much as we love Jay Goodary, who is, or Gooderl, who is writing this one, Gooderl, sorry about that. Title's not going to match it. Daisy Ridley reassures Star Wars fans her new Jedi Order film is not affected by the leadership change. I'm going to read that again. Folks, pay attention. It's going to matter. I want you to listen to what the headline says versus what's in the text. Daisy Ridley reassures Star Wars fans her new Jedi Order film is not affected by the leadership change, a.k.a. Cat.
Yeah, I remember that. I just made a video on that and saying how based Daisy Ridley is. Because she just basically said, well, yep, I have no dog in the fight of the CEO leaving. I could care less, basically.
Is gone.
Which is so funny.
In an interview with USA Today, which we could read from there, but I'd rather go here because I want you to see how the headlines are being produced. Daisy Ridley provided some words of confidence about her in-development Star Wars New Jedi Order film. Even with KK stepping down as the head of Lucasfilm and Dave Filoni and Lin-Wen Brennan stepping in, Ridley doesn't think the shakeup will affect her. When promoting her new film, We Bury the Dead. Back in December, when Kennedy's exit was still uncertain, Ridley commented on then the possible change with USA Today. Quote, and I love it, they're actually going back before.
Are these people on the side here, like, gonna say words at some point in this video? Because they're just sitting there, like, they're just aura farming over here. Like, what?
Before this even happened, so. But quote, it won't affect me going forward if it were to be true. I think what's lovely is people are excited because they want to see the films, which is great. It's really wonderful to be part of something where people maybe don't know as much. And I love that people want to know. But it will also be a great surprise then when the thing is done.
We agree on that. It will be a great surprise.
He said words! He said words! He said words, chat!
Huh?
He said words.
So, this is all they've got.
Chill, you're not supposed to talk though. Like, in all reality, you were supposed to aura farm.
Daddy, chill.
Like, you're supposed to sit there and aura farm.
Since then, the actress has continuously been saying about the new Jedi Order film that, quote, it will be
Not
worth
a
the wait.
react day
And, quote, "We are
again.
moving in a great
Oh
direction."
no!
That's the article.
I'm sorry.
That's all they got to make this article, where they're reassuring all
I
across
ran out of
Google
content
News.
on my other
This is being
channel.
shared, that she is, it will not be affected by leadership change. There's nothing in the article that says that, Lauren. There is literally nothing in here that asserts that What the heck is going on? Why?
I
are these websites
apologize.
so desperate to give us some idea that Daisy
I know
Ridley has
you
not
wanted to see how based and how good I am at Modern Warfare 2 remake.
idea what's going on, Lauren. She is clueless.
And how good I
We
am
love
at
her.
sniping
We hate
compared
what they've
to
done her.
how shit I am at sniping in Marvel Rivals.
But she has no idea if there's ever going to be a Ray movie.
Yeah, I read this yesterday, and there are two additional thoughts that I have about this article. One is that I think that their definition of reassuring is not the same definition that I would use. And the second statement that I also agree with is that, yes, it will be worth the wait. The longer the wait, the better. I think you just have to look at that to understand where they're at with the Ray
Okay,
movies.
in chat, where he's coming from here when he says the longer the wait, the better for a Star Wars movie is not him saying that he really doesn't care to see the movie. It's him saying that the longer they take to make it, most likely the better it will turn out. Because we've seen so many rushed products, especially the sequel trilogy as a whole, basically, that have been shit because they did not take the necessary time that they needed to create it.
As far as we know, they've been through at least 2 or 3 different writers. I don't know if they currently even have a writer attached. We haven't heard anything from Obaid Chinoy in quite some time. And they announced this, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago now. You still don't have a script.
3 years ago.
Most movies are fully developed within 3 years. Yeah, most Star Wars movies. Disney tried to shorten the development time on their movies by reducing it to 2. So by their own standard, they're halfway over time budget on a full production. This thing isn't getting done. It's not getting done.
Well, what if I told you that it actually gets worse? You ready for this?
That depends on what you mean by worse, because again, this could go either way, depending on how you're using that word.
Take a look at this. I mean, this truly is crazy. If we go to the article we've got here from Geek Tyrant, came out a day ago, Joey Power. Don't expect Ray Star Wars movie news anytime soon. Daisy Ridley.
I'm not gonna lie, now that Dave Filoni is like the head of Lucasfilm, I don't really see them doing the Daisy Ridley movie. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could bring the characters back in animation, but how many people do you really know that are gonna go watch that movie in theaters if it came out? If it's just another Star Wars product where after the fall of the Jedi Order, one of the Jedi that's the only one that's left is gonna rebuild the Jedi Order just like Luke Skywalker did with Ahsoka and Grogu. And then Luke Skywalker's Jedi Order died, and now Rey's just gonna rebuild it again, and it's probably gonna die within the same exact movie. It's like, what's the point anymore?
As updates likely won't come.
How many times have we
until
seen this?
2027.
No doubt. They don't have a script. You can't, there's nothing to report because there's no movie.
So for this entire year, this calendar year, we're not going to hear they're working on a script. There's nothing happening, which is to say, Lauren, this movie won't come out until the 2030s at the earliest.
It's not coming out. It's like I said, they have been in full pivot mode for about 2 years now. All of the production.
Well, I think it would be cool to see Daisy Ridley come back to Star Wars, especially because of how massively they screwed over all the characters from the movies that she was in. But I don't see it to be very likely. Same thing with like the Kylo Ren movie, because at one point there was a Kylo Ren movie that was being worked on, and then it got canceled. Which, like, everyone who would have wanted another sequel trilogy era movie would have wanted a Kylo Ren movie over a Rey movie. And they couldn't even do that. So I don't think it's likely that this is going to happen either.
Trilogy.
All of the productions that they were
Unfortunately.
working on are on hold or stop development entirely. This is not uncommon when you have new leadership come in. They don't necessarily want to be attached to anything the old leadership was doing. What they're doing right now is trying to figure out, what do we do? And they know that they've got to be very, very careful now
They
because
made Avatar Way of Water faster than this film.
yeah, it's there is no Rey movie. It's not going to happen. Sorry, folks.
Huh.
I mean, it might, but it's gonna take forever.
Nat, I go to you next on this one. Is this going to be a bad look for Disney if Rey doesn't get anything? Like if she just goes away and Daisy's left out there to, wave in the wind? What can they not come up with a message? I don't understand. Why can Lucasfilm not send her a thing and say, this is what you say, and we'll tell them this? And like, why is she being left out there to just fend for herself?
I think they're just too embarrassed to actually have to come out and say it. So they have to keep it kind of in the zeitgeist of what's happening, but they can't come out full forward and say it because maybe they do want to do something, but change it completely. But they can't come out and say that right now, and they can't admit their own mistakes. So they're just saying nothing and something at the same time.
Absolutely. Christian, this is
I guess.
this is going to get embarrassing, I think, for everybody involved. I mean, it's like the Rian Johnson trilogy. I joked about it, but it's true. I mean, that guy's still claiming he's going to make a trilogy one day. He'd love to come back and do it. It's like, dude, you're going to be eating Jell-O and assisted living trying to claim this still. Let it go.
It's funny because the media has been telling us that Kathleen Kennedy is just this amazing force, no pun intended, and that all the naysayers were wrong. Even Cartman was wrong about her reign. But the bottom line is there were so many projects, so many major...
Cartman was not wrong. Put a chick in it and make her gay. That's what he said. That's what Kathleen Kennedy did. And no hate to women or gay people. But that's not... The people that watch these movies and watch these shows typically aren't that demographic. So why were they trying to cater so hard to people that don't watch their product? It's like the same thing with video games. Because, like the LGBTQ community will clamor so hard for representation in a game that they will never play. So why do we need to represent them if they're never going to consume the product that they're begging for? It doesn't make any sense.
Involved with Star Wars, and all his plans just went by the wayside. I mean, Rian Johnson's not going to make a trilogy. He's going to make 20 more Knives Out movies before anything like that happens. But they can't admit that she was a bad steward of this epic IP. And it's always funny because maybe a week or so ago, there was a story saying that the change in leadership with Star Wars, there was a new hope, and they're playing off obviously the title of the movie. Wait, New Hope, wait a minute, but I thought she was great. I mean, they can't even get their narrative straight. This is all embarrassing. There's no impetus, there's no fire, there's no passion for a movie about Rey. I'm sorry, I have no problem with Daisy Ridley. I think she's a good actress. It's not her fault.
Yeah.
There's just no one cares. And when there's a hot property,
nobody cares because they made a bad film series. They made a bad film series, and now people don't care about Star Wars. Because they couldn't do, like, the bare minimum of making a good trilogy. And when you don't make a good trilogy, or when you make a trilogy and you make it bad and there was no plan from the start, what do you expect people to do? Continue sticking around? No, people are going to leave.
Act on it. The Superman movie, I had some real issues with it, but they're seemingly in production on the sequel, like right now. They're full speed ahead. That's what you do when you've got a hot property. You get it done. This is just languishing there. There's nothing. And what'll happen is, like, we'll just forget about it. And then a couple of years later, someone will say, yeah, we decided to go in a different direction. That's it. It'll be the end.
So the latest thing we have here is out of AV Club. So before this goes dormant for 12 months, they want us to know for 12 months, George Nolfi, behind the Bourne Ultimatum, is going to figure this out for the next 12 months, Christian. And maybe next year we'll get around to hearing something about this. And I don't know. Has Nolfi done anything other than the Bourne series or Bourne Ultimatum that would let us know he's great for Star Wars and Rey? I don't know. It's like the fourth.
I just don't get it.
Writer we've had.
Listen, when you're talking about the new James Bond, that's a massive franchise. There are so many different elements in play. Getting the right director, recasting the character. Where do you set the movie? the story? Is it a young Bond? I mean, I understand why there was the Broccoli family gave it over to Amazon. You can kind of see why that's taking forever, and maybe it's a good thing. And Bond doesn't have to be done tomorrow. But again, why all this tomfoolery? It's ridiculous. No one cares about this movie. And then, but the media has told that we need to protect Kathleen Kennedy. We need to protect the female Jedi. That's the narrative, and they're going to stick to it no matter what.
And protect the sequel trilogy. But even Disney has given up on that.
I mean, like I said, I don't see the point of making a new Jedi Order movie. Because how many times have we rebuilt the Jedi Order after they all died? And how many more times do we need to do it? Like, realistically, though. Because there was the Jedi came to be, the Sith came to be, they had a fight, a bunch of them died, and then they rebuilt both sides. Then they have another fight, and the Jedi Order basically eradicates the Sith until there's like one left, and you don't even know that there's one left. He makes an apprentice, so there's 2 Sith, and it's the rule of 2. And then that one kills his master, gets another apprentice, and they live in the shadows for decades. And then, eventually, that apprentice dies, and so there's one. And then there's another one. They go back and forth with dying and coming back to life, and then all the Jedi get killed by Anakin. So the Jedi Order is completely destroyed. Not all of them, by the way. But then Luke, Yoda, and Obi-Wan are the last Jedi that are still alive. If you go based on the movies. So then, after Luke kills Vader, he rebuilds the Jedi Order. Kylo Ren becomes evil, destroys the Jedi Order. And then there's 2 Sith and 1 Jedi again. We're just back to square one. And now Rey wants to rebuild the Jedi Order again. How many times are we going to do this?
You see headlines like this, Daisy Ridley reassures Star Wars fans. No, she's not. She has no idea what's going on. Lucasfilm isn't talking to her. Last time she saw Kathy was like, yeah, Starfighter's going great.
Yeah.
You know, that was the update on Rey. Lauren, I'll give you the final word on this. You say we'll never get a Rey movie. I think, never say never. I learned that in American Tale. And Siths only deal in absolutes. But Lauren, the chance is not looking likely, eh?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you're going to have to pay up on that bet.
What bet? Do I have a bet on this one as well with you?
It's related. It's the Starfighter bet, and you were suggesting that this kid is related to the Skywalkers and going to be taken to Rey's training academy.
Hang on. Let's throw that to Nat and Christian. I think this is a great theory. Guys, girls, what I believe here is that the saving face play that Disney could make is to put Rey at the end of the Starfighter film. I think they're going to do it. Give her 10 minutes at the end.
I wonder.
And call that a win and say Daisy was in a
I
Star
still
Wars
don't understand the point of the Starfighter movie. It doesn't make any sense to me. And why are we putting Ryan Gosling in Star Wars?
movie, and then they can say this is the launching pad
One of the
to
most
all
popular
kinds
actors
Rey
of all
movies that in the
time.
future, the new Jedi,
And
then
we're
they're
going to put him in Star
Wasn't
Wars.
Henry Cavill in the Black Adam movie for 5 seconds
I believe so.
at the end? Yeah, no, that's not a bad theory. Also, listen, you could just do that, and if the audience gives a collective yawn, you can move on.
Look at him get nervous. Christian agrees with me. Look at him get nervous. Oh, he's going to pay up on that bet. Look at Lauren down there. Oh, he's so nervous.
I am not nervous in the slightest. If they want to poison any goodwill that they're trying to build, the fastest way they can do that is have anything sequel related in anything going forward.
Nat, if Lauren has to pay up, will you,
Damn, he
will you
really
help him
hates the
acquire the loan
sequels.
that he's going to need? Can you?
This
do you
guy
have any
might
financial
hate the sequels more than I do.
expertise that he may inquire of.
That's crazy.
No.
I didn't bet money. Do you forget what the bet is even about?
Wilton told me you signed a contract, something about lots of dollar signs and zeros. I don't know.
You bet money. I bet having to watch all of the Highlander material, and that tells you how serious I am about this bet.
Oh, I bet money on this?
Yes, you did.
Hey, Disney, we need Ray in that Starfighter film. Let's go. 12 more videos coming out next week on that. It is such fun getting to spend time together, folks, but we have come to the end of yet another.
I don't know. I think that was a good video. I feel like all it boils down to is that we really don't know what's going on. I don't think anyone really knows what's going on. I don't even know if Dave Filoni knows if there's gonna be a Rey movie or not. Like, we'll see, I guess. We have Star Wars Day, May 4th. I guess we'll see when Star Wars Day comes around. So, I guess we'll just wait until then. Until then, all we have is hearsay. Chat, subscribe.
Lights up those numbers!
No, really, subscribe, please. I have 12 subscribers on this channel. My other two main channels have 1K and 2,500 subscribers. Please subscribe to this channel, bro. It's so piddly and weak compared to my other channels. Please subscribe. I'll see y'all later.